All right. I'm here with Derrick Morgan, the legend, the conquering ruler of ska and
Whoa.
reggae. Yeah,
Let them know about that.
yeah. You, man, you made such a difference in my life. Your music when I was growing up, hanging
Yeah,
out with skinheads,
yeah.
and just like at parties, your songs were anthems there.
Thank you.
So I want to know, what was it like growing up in Jamaica? What was your family like?
Well, my dad, he was a deacon, which is a man in churchman. My mother worked hard for her living. She used to be a domestical worker,
Mm.
all right? And I born in Moko Clarendon. And
Is
at
that
the
that near Kingston?
no, a little off from Kingston. And at the age of 3, they found out that I couldn't see well.
Mm-hmm.
And that means I started to talk them time.
Mm.
So they found out that I couldn't see. So they had to ship me to town, to Kingston, to see the doctors. My mother was living in Kingston at the time because she went from Moko to get a work in Kingston.
Mm.
And while she was working there, an aunt of mine sent a telegram said that they found out that I'm not seeing. So she told him to bring me into Kingston to her. At those days, we didn't have telephone. So we went to Kingston, and from there, at the age of 5, I went to Kingston. And I've been living in Kingston all the years from there. So went to Almantown Junior School, and from there I leave to Kingston Senior School. Wow, and that's all my family and I used to live because I only have one brother at the time. My father have more children, but I mean my mother only have two.
Mm.
Me and my brother Babu. And from there we went to Kingston. I went to Kingston and took on to my mom. So I didn't go back to Moko
Mm.
until about the age of 11 of, on a holiday when the same Hurricane Charlie came to Jamaica, and I went to Moko to look for my grandmother and the hurricane catch us there. And that was it. And I went back to Kingston. There, we live into a yard, they call it Big Yard, Buddy Enriquez Big Yard. I found this guy there named Monty Morris, Eric Monty Morris.
Mm-hmm.
He become a great singer too. And meanwhile, going school and thing, um, I live in Kingston Senior at the age of 15. And my mom said she's sending me on further. I went to a school they call Model Private until the age of 17. I had to leave the school because I couldn't fix my eyes because my eyes were running water. I did love a thing called stenography. But at the time, anytime I look at the paper, reading the paper, it was full of water because from the eyes.
On the eyes.
Yeah. So I get this job in a place called Welfare in Jamaica, and then I couldn't keep up the job at the age of 17, so I was to leave. leave the job. And there I heard in school, I used to sing every Friday. They have a thing called children in each class have them own little music thing going on, and who feel them could sing must come up and sing. Well, I used to go up and sing because I used to listen to jukebox and punch tunes. All right, and
what are a few songs you would hear on that
I
jukebox?
would listen to Little Richards. And you have all different type because that was in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
I would listen to Little Richards. I would listen to Smiley Lewis, Professor Longhair, and those type of singers. They're more rhythm and blues and rock and roll. They call them songs. And I listened to them, but I didn't like Little Richards.
Mm-hmm.
So I study Little Richards songs meanwhile. So going back from that work now, one day I heard this man named Virgins having talent show. So I decided was to try and get to the talent show, Monty Morris and myself.
Mm.
So and in going, I go down to the rehearsal where there was in Palace Theatre, that is in Kingston. I go to Palace Theatre, find this man named Bonnie Bonita, where he used to play the music, and start I start rehearse Long Tall Sally, Jenny with him,
Mm.
and he did like them, and they picked me, and they picked Monty too, because Monty was a Presley man and the thing him love them type. So when I Pigeons have a show now, it's a double bill show. When it's a double bill, two shows that night, two cowboy shows. So the theater ran. A lot of people full the theater, that people sit on the walls of the theater because we are open air theater. Some people sit on the walls and things. So when the first show finished, they would have an intermission, which is about half hour. That's the time Virgin's gonna run the little talent show. And when it started, I go up about the third person. I was singing against Monty Morris, um, Artens Ellis,
Alton Ellis.
Alton Ellis'
Yeah, yeah.
sister.
Arton. Okay.
Ellis, Jackie Wilfred Edwards, and Richard Brothers. Those were the people who compete with me.
Mm.
And when I sing Long Tall Sally, the people would pure nice and start making laugh and laugh, and that the band who was backing me, the guys them stop playing and roll and play. So how I was doing it, dancing and thing, and no music behind me because them stop play and I watch me. All right, I say okay, and then that I didn't know them doing that because I not seen in the dark,
Right.
I not seen the people them. So when I done, and everybody finish, and then Virgins now going to ask who's the winner because he want the crowd to be the judge. So the more applause one gets, would be the winner.
Right.
And when he called me out and I go up there, it pure nice again. People start making them, and when the rest come out, them don't get those applause. Them say, well, I was the winner that night.
Wow.
And I get my little £2. That was the pay them time. And so on. So but two comedian was in the audience,
Yeah.
Bim and Bam.
Bim and Bam.
Yes, and they used to go around the island with artists, keep stage shows. So they decided to take me on with them. And me start go around with them, known as Liquor Richie. That's what they call
Little
me.
Richie.
Liquor Richard,
Yeah.
but they say Liquor Richie.
Right.
And I start doing shows around the island with Bim and Bam. And that we have some great artists with us, like the Blues Busters. We have
Oh, wow.
Derrick, Harriet, and the Jiving Juniors. We have Count Prince Miller and the Downbeats. We have some great singer, Artin Celis, the rest of them coming around. Bobby and Faye, and all them kind of artists.
And at this point, you're only doing Little Richard covers, right?
I am only singing Liquor Richards.
Yeah.
Those days.
And you were you doing any comedy yourself?
No, not at that time. I'll just sing.
Yeah.
Until the only time I do little comedy is when Bim and Bam fall out and I have to step in like I was Bam.
Right.
You know, and do a little comedy with him because I used to study them thing too. So I used to do that, you know, like they have a little play they call The Navy Goes a Rocking and thing. I was a police in it and, you know, them little things.
Yeah.
So, so after a while, going around with them and they have a big show at Ward Theatre. So it was a contest show. At the time, I never have a suit. I just wear shirt and pants. And the only reason I came second because I never wear a suit that night.
Oh, okay.
So Jackie Wilfred came first that night and I came in second. So those were the nice days of my life and coming around. So you wanna ask a different question?
Yeah, I'm like I'm a clothing guy, so now I'm thinking about the suit. Like, when did you get your first suit?
My first suit, you know, it was they have a show in Carib Theatre, and that was a big theatre in Kingston. So we have to dress in suit and things. That my mother worked hard, and then she get me a suit, and then I start wear suit now. That was my first suit.
What year was that?
Way back in the 50, way back in the 50, because I never started recording till 1959.
Right, yeah.
You know, so back in the 50.
Yeah, and
yeah.
So I'm wondering, you know, during the 50s and what did you imagine the independence would look like? Did you think that Jamaica would be different?
In the 50s, I didn't know about independence.
Yeah.
And I have no idea about independence in the 50s.
Like, did anything change? Do you feel like anything fundamentally changed between colonial Jamaica and independent Jamaica?
Since Jamaica get independent?
Yeah.
Yes, a lot of changes because Jamaica step up and they do a lot of things. Among the leaders that we used to have, everybody try and put themselves on the map, and Jamaica get big, start in the independent. Yes. They do a lot of things different. Some country places could get water running in the pipe, everything. So that was very good for the independence. Different changes from the colonial business.
So you say that, you're saying like plumbing and like sewage.
Plumbing and you have infrastructure. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting that they didn't have that under
they
colonial
didn't have it in the
rulership.
colonial, right?
Yeah. Wow.
So a lot of difference.
And then it inspired you to write a very famous song.
Yes, Forward March.
That's right.
Forward March to the Independent, yes.
And this is like the independence anthem of Jamaica, pretty much, right?
Yes. Yes, every year they play it, you know.
I mean, and so what? How did write? You wrote all the lyrics. Did you write the music too?
Yeah, I wrote my lyric. Yes,
And
but it's not a matter of wrote the music, but when we start to sing to the musician, they set a rhythm pattern and so on. That's how it goes.
And is that how most of your music was written?
Oh, yes, yes. Most of them, yes.
So what kind of what happened with you after you wrote that song? How did you release it? How did it get out to the masses?
Well, I was singing for this company called Beverly's Record at that time when I do Forward March. And he's the one who do the release and so on.
And then that was before Leslie Kong and
he was
Prince
Leslie
Buster
Kong.
And all that.
That
was Leslie Kong.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was in like a ice cream shop, right?
Yeah.
On Orange Street.
So I would have to go back, you know, and to show you that when I started recording, the first record I did was for Duke Reed,
right?
The Children, and I do that record, Lover Boy,
Oh My,
and Oh My.
and
Those
Fat
are the
Man.
two songs.
No, not Fat Man.
I do Fat Man for another promoter called Lick Wonder. And the reason I do that, when I record Lover Boy and Oh My, but Duke only played on his sound and played for another and play against Coxsone. He wouldn't release it. So I heard of this man doing recording also, and I went there. That was Little Wonder, Smith was right name. And when I went there, I sing the tune for him named Hey You Fat Man. And he was the first man that released a song for me, and it became a #1. But I took Monty Morris with me, because he was a very good singer too. And I wrote a song called Now We Know Who Rule This Great Generation. And he do the harmony for me, and we went back to him, Little Wonder. And Little Wonder do that song again and become another #1 with Monty and myself. And therefore, Duke hear those songs and find out that it was me singing it. And he sent some men for me. Bad men, I call them rude boys.
Oh man. So wait, he sent them after you?
He sent for me, yes, and said the Duke want to see me. So I had also go down back to the Duke. When I went to the Duke, he said that, but Derrick, who tell you could go sing for somebody else? I said, nobody will tell me. I just go sing. He said, you don't supposed to do that because I am the man who started you and you must sing for me. I said, okay. And I start sing back for him. That was due because I was a coward man. And those guys who come from me, terrible.
Well, I mean, they were coercing you. That was...
Yes.
That was like a mafia.
Mafia boys, man. Bad boys.
So what did you do? How did you get out of that situation?
After a while, I just step out, decide, say, I care not what happened.
Yeah.
Because I didn't sign a contract or nothing with them. I just step out from him and on my way I met this guy called Prince Buster.
Oh yeah, Prince Buster.
So I started to do some songs with Prince Buster. And from Prince Buster, Jimmy, which was James Chamber at the time, find me at my house and tell me, say, this Chinese man want to see me. And we must listen to him, Jimmy, and hear his song that he have. He have a song called Dearest Beverly. But Leslie Kong have a restaurant called Beverly's Restaurant. So he went there and asking them if they would record this song with name Dearest Beverly. And they said, send him to find me. So he did came by me and find me and him sing the song for me. And I said, it sound good. And he said, if me like his song, must take him to Lexicon. Take me to Lexicon.
Mm.
So I went with him. I gave him one song named The Lion Say I'm King and I Reign.
Mm.
It was a poem. And give him that poem and him decided to sing it, to put melody to it. And
So that was you that sang that, not
no, Jimmy.
Jimmy Cliff, because I thought it was Jimmy Cliff.
Yes.
Okay.
So we take him, he took me to Leslie Kong, and when I reached Leslie said, Derrick, a long time been looking for you. And say, okay, well, you find me now, what's up? And him say, did you listen to James? That is Jimmy. I said, yeah, it sounds good. She said, him say, I would like to do some recording. I said, well, you can. I said, which is band you use? I told him about John Baker and the All-Star Band. I said, go and get them for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and called Drums because I was living on King Street, just on the bottom from him. And Drums come by, John Baker, and he come and Leslie say he would have liked to do some recording. So if I could listen to Jimmy and him, me and Jimmy. So the John Baker know me a long time because I've been making hit songs right around already. That's what I'm saying. So we decided to do a rehearsal, and we went to a place named Greenwich Town in the Blissett Yard around a pier, and we rehearsed there. And then we go back and we go and do this tune them in Federal. So Jimmy do this song, Hurricane Hattie, and one called The Lion Say I'm King. And it sound good. And I wasn't gonna sing any song, but let's say then Derrick, you're not singing something. And I say, okay, I give them a song called She's Gone. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, She's Gone. And he liked that. And you know, I went outside the studio and I saw Owen Gray up there.
Owen Gray, yeah.
And I said, Owen, would you like to do a song for us? And he said, yeah, man. And I took in Owen Gray inside and he sang a song named My Darling Patricia. Then he come outside back and start boasting it. Oh God, he mash up the whole session. And when him saying that now, I feel away and I just sit there and I write this song called Be Still, I'm Your Superior. And I went in there back and I record Be Still, I'm Your Superior. Telling Wayne Gray, say, I am his superior. You know? And from there, the song then become, Leslie Kang start put out songs and then put out Jimmy Cliff and myself. Because Leslie Kang is the one who named Jimmy Cliff.
Oh, was it not? It wasn't.
His right name was James Chambers.
Oh, James Chambers.
Yes. Well, Leslie looked at him one day in front of me and said, oh boy, every James is a Jimmy. I don't know why him said that. So you know what? I'm going to change your name to Jimmy Cliff. Sound better. And he start release his record under Jimmy Cliff. And then my name couldn't change because my name Derrick Morgan from birth.
Mm-hmm.
So my name can't change.
Well, it's a good name.
Yeah.
It sounds good, right?
So you keep that name and start recording for us. And so we do a lot of music. Jimmy do. One day I remember Leslie got to say to Jimmy that I never used to have the Miss Jamaica business with the girls then.
Mm.
And Leslie said to Jimmy, why don't you sing one song named My Miss Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
And then Jimmy said, yeah. And he turned to me and said, why, Derrick, you know, the girls are very greedy out there. Why don't you do one named Greedy Girl? And we do those songs. Him even sing part of Jimmy, My Miss Jamaica, you know. The
Yeah.
China man sing that to Jimmy. And, you know, Jimmy write around it and sing it, and me do my Greedy Girl, and, you know.
You added the comedic relief.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all those songs come in. But we're doing fine with Leslie Klang because I leave Duke, I leave Buster, and with Leslie, I stuck around Leslie for a long while. Because why? Leslie paid £20 a tune, while Buster Duke paid £10 a tune. So I stick to the bigger money, £20 a tune.
And where were these tunes released? Were they put on the radio there, or?
Yes, they go on the radios as well as, and then release they go on the radio. And you have a lot of record shops around where buy the records them and sell them. You see what I mean? So we were doing very fine with Leslie Khan until late after. And Prince Bossa tried to get me back into his camp by before he get me into camp. I wrote a song called the same Forward March.
Right.
The independence song.
That was in 62.
1962.
But before that, you had one called Housewife's Choice, right?
Yes.
That was with Leslie?
Yes, Leslie Khan too.
That was your first song with him?
No, my first song with Leslie was Be Still.
Oh, Be Still, right.
Be Still and She's Gone.
Okay.
But sing a lot of song with Leslie, and then Housewife Choice, you know. In 61, late 61, we do Housewife Choice. But the right name of Housewife Choice was You Don't Know How Much I Love You.
Right.
That was it.
And that was with Patsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Millicent Todd, yes, Patsy. So when I do that song Housewife Choice, the reason why I get the name Housewife Choice, because name You Don't Know How Much I Love You. That was the song. So we send it up to the radio station on a white label. We call it pre-release. So while it was there, and this DJ named Marie God, she used to play the song, play it good. Then she started getting a lot of requests for the song. Every day, it requests her 6 times for the day. So she said, she started calling it the Housewife Choice.
Because these women would call in requesting
for the song, you know. So she called it the Housewife Choice. So when we're going to release it on label now, Leslie don't bother put You Don't Know How Much I Love You, just put Housewife Choice on it. That's how that tune get the name, Housewife Choice. And going on and with Patsy, I must say. But the first time I get Patsy is with Duke. I took her to Duke Reed because there was a group, a duet singers named Shirley and Lee. They used to make a lot of songs, American them. They used to, and Jamaica used to play the song hard. So Duke Reed said to me, he would like we to do a duet. Must find a girl. And so much one day going up the road to my house, and I met this lady, and this lady said, Derrick, I am glad I see you because I have a daughter. I think she can sing, you know. So I said to her, where she is? And said, just up there, because I will have to pass the yard where I was going. So I stopped with her and I say, she saw me, little girl, sit down around her pan, washing her clothes. And I said, can you sing? She said, yeah. I said, sing me something. And she sang a little piece of gospel song. I don't remember the name right now. So I said, wait, your voice so nice. And I draw a stool that I have there and I sit there and I say, I'm going to write a song for me and you. Go sing. And I wrote a song called Love Not to Brag. And when I sing part of it and then I give her part and she just take on to it, just sing it same time like she didn't know it long time. I said, wait, this girl is good.
You were just synchronized.
Yeah,
right?
you know. So I took her to Duke and that time I was singing with Duke Reed. So I took her to Duke and I said, Duke, I'll find a partner, you know. And I said, him said, she can sing. I said, yeah, man, she's good. And we touch it for Duke. Touch the song. And Duke said, Jesus Christ, I kill them now. And we record the song. Love Not to Brag. And still Duke never want to release it. He kind of want to take it to play against Sir Coxsone Downbeat and King Edwards. They wouldn't release the song. That's how I get to read Patsy to Beverly's and do like Housewife Choice and them songs over there.
How many songs did you end up doing with Patsy altogether?
Wow, I have no count because I know it's not 10. It's more than
Way
10.
more,
I'm
yeah.
more on the toes too. We do a lot of songs with Patsy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What was your relationship like with her? Was it strictly platonic or?
No, just singer.
Yeah,
just a
singing.
singer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's all.
Yeah.
No relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and then at this point with Prince Buster, because he wasn't paying you as much as Leslie Kong, was there? It seemed like there was some kind of envy with Duke Reed and Leslie, and was the same thing happening with Prince Buster? Is that why you guys ended up having a rivalry, or?
Yes. Because I was singing for Buster, and I leave him to Leslie Kong. When I made the song Forward March, the solo that took in Forward March by a guy named Hedley Bennett, they call him Deadly Hedley. He blew a solo, an alto solo. And Prince Buster claimed that is his song, on one of his songs, that type of solo was on.
Just the solo part.
The solo part.
It was an instrumental.
Part. Yeah, the instrumental.
Yeah.
So he said then I took his belongings to the Chinaman girl because I showed it, man. But I didn't show him. The man just blow solo for a Forward March. And when you check it out with the both song where him said, it was two different things. But he was just envious. So what he did, he write a song called Blackhead Chinaman off me.
Oh, man.
And a guy come to me at Beverly because I used to play the piano in Beverly and audition. I do audition for Leslie Kong. I used to audition singers that came there and so on. So one guy came to me and said, Derrick, I was down by the studio today now. And Prince Buster sing a song. He said, you sing it after. I said, how the song go? And he said, you don't stole your belongings and give to the Chinaman. God in heaven knows. He knows that you are wrong. I said, what? So we just start by my piano. I start write my little song. And I said, you must walk the blazing fire.
Yeah, blazing fire.
Yeah, I said, walk the blazing fire. And Leslie Kong give me the intro, say, hey, ni tang mung zai. And that him say that means I'm your superior in Chinese.
And that's what you say at the beginning of the song, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
in the beginning. Hey, Nitang you Mongzai.
I was always wondering about that because I was like, is that patois or just
No,
yeah,
that's Chinese.
yeah.
Say, yeah. I don't know, but him say it's Chinese. And I did that scratching myself. Yeah.
So how many songs back and forth did you guys hurl at each other, you and Prince Buster?
Well, we got quite a few because when he made Blackhead Chinaman and I made Blazing Fire, he made one name Praise and No Raise. So I'm getting praise and no raise.
Yeah.
And I make one with him. Say, when I were with you, I wasn't getting praise, much less the raise. You know, and then he come back. I made one name. He used to follow my song then.
Yeah.
Because I make a song named I Am the Ruler on Orange Street, and him run and make one name I Am Shaking Up Orange Street. Then I make one name not Don't Call Me Daddy yet. Another song. When I make Rudy's Don't Fear.
Rudy's, yeah.
He make Judge Dredd.
So these were all part of that rivalry. This was like a diss battle, like old school Jamaican diss battle.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we will follow up one another with songs and so on until I make Don't Call Me Daddy now. And he said, I'm going to write one off for me and call it Derrick, I feel baby.
A fear of BB.
I feel, him says my baby.
Oh, a fear of baby. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel baby. My baby.
Yeah.
So I go down his shop and I said to him, Boop, you do a wrong thing, man, because you and I doing this thing. And we never call names. We just sing.
Yeah.
How come you going to call my name in that song? I said, boy, Derrick, I know nothing. You say yes or something to me. Make the people them think you attack me. But you just shouldn't call my name. So if you put out that, I'm going to write one after you where you're not going to like. I'm saying, and I sit right there and say to him, Buster, while you were away at sea, I was along with B, that is his wife.
Oh, shit.
And all your children have the mark of this blackhead shining.
Oh, man.
And say, oh no, don't bother with the one. So I won't put out mine no more. And, but that is not really why we stopped the rivalry. His fans and my fans always get in a war.
The fans, fans.
Wow. Yes. Who love Derrick and who love Buster. So
it was like football hooliganism, but for music, Jamaican music.
That's right.
And this was strictly in Jamaica. This was happening.
Yeah, Jamaica.
And how bad did the war get? Like, did it get really physical?
Bad that the government have to come in.
You're kidding.
The government came in and asked us to stop it.
Were there two different gangs like that had different like names? There was like
they didn't have no name that time, but they're just fans. Like a man may say Derrick Morgan good, and the man another one said no man, Prince Buster better, and they quarrel over it and fight. Like
just hitting each other, where they use weapons and oh
fight,
my goodness,
anything they catch.
These are rude boys, right?
Yeah.
And what? Tell me about rude boys. What does rude boy mean? Where's that word come from? Who are they?
Rude boys mean man who violent people. Man will just take a beer back and broke it and stab you with it.
Oh, shit.
That's rude boy.
Yeah.
In those days we never have much gun shooting or nothing. They'd use a ratchet knife or gun, buckle or anything they could get for hit you with. Those were them days.
How did it get like associated with a certain look, like the the iridescent black suit and the white socks. It was because was this just a style that anyone was wearing? Was it very specific to people like these sort of rude boy gangster types?
Well, the rude boy business was a dangerous thing in Jamaica at the time.
Yeah.
It was very dangerous because if a man mash a man on his toe, that man could get a lot of hurt.
Yeah.
Because he mash him on his toe, and them ignorance, a lot of ignorance.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Because I'm just wondering how the connection was made between the clothing style and the word rude boy. Because, I mean, as it came to England, I think it sort of became associated with a certain look, an image.
Yeah, they screw them face that I want. A face screw up.
Screwed up face?
Yeah. Screw face people, I just see them, they are rude boys.
So none of the actual original ska or reggae artists like yourself or Desmond Decker or Jimmy or Prince Buster, would any of you ever have considered yourselves rude boys?
No.
Okay.
We don't consider ourselves rude boys. None of us.
Okay.
We're clean-hearted people.
Right.
All of my singers in those days, they are clean. Only the fans may take up, and.
So when you sang Rudy Don't Fear.
Is a rude boy came to me.
Yeah.
And he said to me, his name was Busby. Came to me and said to me, no, Alton Ellis made a song named Cry Tough.
Yeah.
And that guy heard the song and come to me and said, he want me to write a song of him, a rude boy song, and I must bring that song to him on the Friday because I'm having a dance that Friday. So I went down and I said to Leslie, I'm in trouble. God, this man want me to bring a song to him by Friday. And Leslie said to me, go and make the song, man. Go and go write the song. So I sit down there and I run the piano and I start write Rudy's Don't Fear, Rudy's No Fear, is rougher than rough, tougher than tough, strong like lion. We are iron. And write that song and I call in Decca because Decca used to be there. And I said, Harman made this song and two of us sit down there after the turn and write. Decca give me the harmony and everything. And I say, okay. So I called Leslie and said, boy, we're ready for this. So we went to studio the Friday. The Wednesday. And we record that song and then we get the acetate, which is called dub plate then. We get the acetate and took for the Friday and took it to the guy. And when we carried it to Greenwich Town, him dance was in the night, Friday night. And I gave it to him and he said, the guy who was playing named Chappie, he said, Chappie, you don't play this song until 12 o'clock. And don't listen it yet. So 12 the night, he said to Chappie, put it on now. And when he put it on and it soon played down, then reach rougher than rough, tougher than tough, strong like lion. When it say iron, he just, the beer he was drinking, he just mash against the wall and say iron. So him said to the guy, give me another box of beer then. And he must sing and he have to put on the song right on for the rest of the time he was there. Every minute, and then we there and mash a buckle. So 3 girls was on the step, going upstairs. 3 girls standing there with bandlan, red bandlan and white pants. And there was from a bad group named the Spangler. Rude girls. So he just went up on them and started wet them up with the beer. Because he was from a different gang.
Oh shoot. Okay.
So him just wake them up and them just step down the step and walk up the avenue and go away. That was the Friday night. The Saturday, his friend come to him house and say, "Why, boss, them have a dance at Walton Park Road tonight, you know, that like, you come?" And him say him down in the mood, not in the mood. And him keep on him bad chunk for the whole night. But them convince him and him come out. While him in the dance hall, him, a little guy approach him and say, "You name Busby, sir," but the guy have a gun in him hand. And the guy hold the gun on him and him hand shaking with the gun. That's what I heard. I never see it. That's what I heard. The guy shaking with him hand and the guy said, him say, "Yes, sir, you name Busby," but Busby I try go down to him to take away the gun. And before him reach him to take away the gun, him get a shot in him head from another side. Not the guy shoot him. A different man shot him. And so him get dead right there. Just through him bad.
This is while they were playing your song.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This was like music really that was directed
it's not the same night him died. The Friday him played the song
Right,
and the Saturday him died. Yeah.
Wow. And this is so like this music was directed towards the rude boy culture.
That's right.
And you got because they would buy the records, they wanted to hear songs about them.
Yes.
And that's kind of similar to what happened probably a little bit later in the 60s with the skinhead movement.
Okay, yes.
Right. And because I wanted to know, when did your music start making it over to England?
My music started making it in England from in the 50s, you know, from
okay, so right from the start.
This group, this record company named Blue Beat Records, they took over every record that you made in Jamaica, they would send it to them.
Right.
And they released. His name was Shalit, the guy who released it. So, and his label was called Blue Beat. There's a Blue Beat label. And the song then would go up, and I get to understand that every Derrick Morgan song go there. People don't even bother ask. Them just say, give me Derrick Morgan latest, you know. And, you know, they don't play it, just ask for Derrick Morgan. And that's how my name get big in England. In the 60s, way back in the 50s, coming up to 63, was the first time I went to England.
And do you think that the majority of your fan base in England were Jamaicans?
No.
At the start, it was.
Everybody who liked the song ska music would be my fans.
Okay.
You know, white and black.
Right.
Not pure Jamaican, but mostly Jamaican, them, you know, take on to the song them because them know me from Jamaica.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, but the white people, them do a lot for me in my music.
So when did you first go to England?
1963 was my first time in England. And Prince Buster and myself went up for the same man that called Charlotte with Blue Beat Records. And we got there, we used to use George Flame, that was a big organist. He backed us. We were recording up there. Buster make Wash with George Flame. I make Telephone and Shower Off Rain and those songs up there. But we don't spend, I only spent 6 months that time in England because I never like it there. The weather was too bad.
Right.
So I was to come back to Jamaica and take up back my roots. and start sing again. That's how me get. After I went back to Jamaica, then I go to Leslie Kang. Leslie Kang didn't want to record me no more because I signed a contract and go England. So
you signed a contract with
with Charlotte,
oh,
Blue Beat.
Oh, with Blue, right, which is the English label, right?
And Leslie Kang vexed about that because he didn't want me to leave him. But I said, well, you're not giving no help because you make Jimmy gone in England and you make Desmond gone in England warm to me. I want to go England too. But he claimed that I was his hit maker. I'm hit breaker. So that don't say, me need big money just like them. He wouldn't let me go. But so boss tell me about Charlotte and thing. So decide that time we was still quarreling,
Yeah, so you and Buster were having a rivalry, but he was still helping you out.
What my good friend.
Yeah, he's still your friend.
Yeah, we're friends,
Well, that's kind of cool to hear.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
We're a good friend because when we stopped the recording, stopped the making trouble, the both of us got to the Gleaner and we took picture together, hugging, and said we are best of friends. Let the fans them know we are friends.
So that they would stop fighting each other.
Yeah, that's right. And that kind of kill it, that kind of make they start, listening to song differently and don't want to fight one another. Simple. Yeah. So when I went to England in '63, I only spent 6 months. Then I came back to Jamaica and started recording again, but I was recording. I would do quite a few with Buster in Jamaica. Then I wanted to go back to Leslie Kang. When I got to Leslie Kang said, I am under contract, so he cannot use me. So I got to him, Eddie Siaga, which was the finance minister of Jamaica at the time. And I said to him, because he and Buster was good friends. And me, and I went to him and said, tell him about the contract. And then him said, bring the contract to me. I take it to him and read the contract. He said, well, this is a binding contract. You don't supposed to sign this without a lawyer before you. That's a binding contract. He said, I'll get you out of it. And he did call up the Charlotte and then you have to release this contract immediately because it's a binding contract. And you do it for the blind man, no lawyer. So immediately he released me. So before he released me, and I want to sing, I have to find Coxsone. So what I did was just form a little group called Derrick Morgan and the Blues Blenders. And I went to Coxsone and do a album or a few more. But I never feel good at Coxsone. All I do in those songs there, I never feel good. So all I wanted was to get back in that Leslie Kang. So a few months after, it was freed, the contract free. So I went to Leslie back and said, see it, contract up, freed. He said, well, you can come. What we have to do? And I give him the same Rude Boy song. Rude is Don't Fear. That's when the guy did a fool. I mean, give him Greedy Girl and, a lot of Rocksteady me start do with him. Because it's kind of die out that time. And we're going in the Rocksteady, then from Rocksteady to reggae.
Yeah, how did that transition occur? Like, what did you notice? What was the driving force behind it?
Well, guitarist from Trinidad. His name was Lynn Tate. I came down and started to work with Coxon.
Mm.
And his band was Lynn Tate and the Jets. And we adapt him. Jamaica adapt him. So make him become a Jamaican.
Mm.
And when we start record with him now, it changed a beat from ska. And it start putting bass line different, you know.
This was Lynn.
Lynn Tate.
Lynn Tate.
Yeah. And then making the bass line. So instead of using the string bass, the big tall
Right.
bass, you have the electric bass, and you start to play pattern to the music. Give it that pattern like beadim, beadim, dim, dim, beadim. You know those type of things. And there it become Rocksteady, because the reason why they call it Rocksteady now is ska. You used to dance it and let roll the girl on and let her go and she spin and you catch her back like how they do rock and roll.
Kind of like a swing.
Yeah. But with this new beat now, you have to rock.
Right.
You just rock it. So then call it Rocksteady. That's how it get hit name. And by the time the Rocksteady in and going on, they're not using no more winner instrument and so on. Just keep a rhythm going. We never like that. We want horns and things in it. So change it over again and call it reggae. Change up the shuffle. And the big
Where did the word reggae come from?
Well, I had a brother-in-law they called Bunny Lee. I don't know if you have heard of him, but he was a producer. And he liked the songs. They used to call girls Reggae. There was a girl where he not up to date, I called to them. There wasn't the type girl, you know, girls were look down. That men would look down on them and call them Streggy.
Reggae.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Bonnie doing the recording and decide to release a song. Him say, play the reggae, man. Play the reggae. Reggae. And you know, those were the words I heard from him. And then they start calling it reggae. Reggay.
The reggae? The reggae MIs?
They used to call it reggae. Reggae.
Yeah.
Gay. Regay.
AY.
Yeah, reggae. Like a gay.
Yeah.
And then no, they used to send the records to Trinidad. That's where you from. And send the records to Trinidad when them order from Trinidad. Trinidad write the name Reggae, Reggae. You know?
Okay, so Trinidad is
responsible for the right
spelling,
name.
right?
Yeah, for the spelling. And then stick it to that. Reggae, Reggae. Many people don't know that, but I'm saying it because Donna Lee, which is Bonnie Lee brother, he used to work with Dynamics and bring out the records them, and he used to send them to Trinidad and you know them place. And every time they send the order, they send it in that way. Reggae. So just call it reggae and done.
That's it. So then when did you first start meeting skinheads? And
well, with the skinhead now, in 1969, I went back to England.
So it took you 6 years to get back to
went back
England.
to England, yeah.
And do
I
you think
didn't like it in England.
do you think that you had like a mod following with your music at one point? Was that something they were listening to?
Could be,
Yeah.
because you know, I was being loved. Anywhere
Yeah.
I go, people love me. I don't know what they love me, because the reason why they would, because I am the talent from God Himself. That's the
Yeah.
type of man I am.
Yeah.
All my talent is because of what God gave me. I was not a made singer, because you have singer that made and singer that born.
Mm-hmm.
I was born a singer. I wasn't made one. So that was a different thing, because if you know, there are a lot of artists out there have melody, sweet singing, and yet they don't make the hit as me. And I don't have them sweet voice like them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that means God gave me my talent, because He know I was blind. I have no other work. He gave me this talent to live off.
Mm.
And I thank Him so much.
Mm.
So when I went back 69 to London, I go and sing with a guy called Palmer Records.
Mm. That was a big Skinhead reggae label.
Yes, and I used to produce for him too. Produce for him. Bonnie Lee used to produce for him, and I myself used to do the production for him too. So my label that he gave me was Crab.
Right.
So I released on all Crab labels, but me produced.
That was all you, Crab.
Yeah, all me.
You produced it.
I produced all Crabs.
And those 45s are worth a ridiculous amount of money now.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You wouldn't believe. Hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars, some of the originals.
Yeah, no,
like,
that is true, because I was in England when these two Japanese girls came with a scratch up record for me. Very much if you put it on the turntable, you hear a thing, you go, and just jump in.
Is it still worth it? It's still worth it.
To pay £100 for it.
Yeah, it's still worth it, man.
Yeah, man. So while I was producing for him, Leslie Kong, not Leslie Kong, him, Palmer Records.
Palmer, yeah.
One day at the studio, I sit around the piano and start playing a riff. I think it was from D to G. I don't remember the.
You were playing it.
I played.
On guitar or piano or.
No, piano.
Oh, piano. Okay, so you play the piano.
The piano.
Yeah.
I'm not great on piano. I just can't,
Can do a bubble.
Yeah. So I start this rhythm in the studio, and the drummer come in, because we are all there after I finish doing the record, and I just sit around and start strum the piano, and then it might sweet the drummer, and the drummer start play with it, and the bass man start coming in, and then guitarists, everything, and make a nice rhythm. That was Moon Hop.
Moon Hop, right.
Yeah. So when it finished the rhythm, no, I said, well,
that was in 69, you said?
Yeah, 69. So I said, but me not have no music. I didn't write no song for it. But anyhow, I said to the guy who taking it, I said, take this one, and him take it. The piano. I mean the rhythm. So I get up now and I say, all right, go and voice it now. And I go in front of the mic and singing nothing. Well, no, just yeah, and sing and so on. And through the men was used to go on moon and hopping when them on the moon, them a hop.
Yeah.
Like and thing. So I said, do the moon hop.
Because that was the year.
Yeah, yes. And I started, and it should become a big seller for me. And the Skinhead took it on.
Well, and there's this whole they were kind of enamored with astronauts, the whole skinhead thing. They were somehow
the astronaut them was when them on the moon
yeah,
and walking.
and the
Them
skinheads
moon
loved
like then this,
astronaut stuff
yeah.
for some reason. I guess it was just the year. So then you really this was would you say what would you say was the first skinhead reggae song?
Moon up.
It was Moon Hop.
Yeah. Because they didn't like nobody. That's the only song them know as a moon as Skinhead. But this group pick it up.
Simmer Up.
The Simmer Up pick up the song and start they record it. They hit me out of the chart with it too.
So wait, so did they get your permission for that?
No, not like that. They just sing it. And it was a Trojan record do that because it was Ian Palmer record did have some problem with 7 letters that I did because Bonnie Lee took 7 letters after Leslie Clown. After Palmer record put out 7 letters, Bonnie Lee took it back and carried to him Trojan and give them. So Trojan have the 7 letters too. Could put out an album named 7 Letters. While Palmer have it, and it caused vexation between the both.
How were they legally allowed to take your song like that? Was it?
They're not allowed. They just do it.
They just did it.
Yeah.
And did you ever go after them, or?
Well, Palmer did go after Trojan with it. I heard. Those days I didn't know nothing about publishing or nothing.
Yeah.
And so on.
You didn't get anything back from that, no.
So Palmer go about it with 7 letters, and I think him win Trojan. So when he come out with this song for me now, because this was my own song, but I asked him to release it, which is Moonhawk. He released it and then it start bubble until it go in the chart. When it go in the chart now, Trojan hear it. And him decide to get the Simmerat to sing it, or what they want to call themselves. And they sing it and put in Skinhead name in it. You understand? And then the Skinhead took on to it. And then when I go on stage now, I start singing it now. Since the is it? Your car door up? Yeah?
Ask me if you wind up in glass.
Your glass wine up?
Glass. Let me take a rain here.
Raining heavy outside.
Oh, is it my window?
Yeah.
It's raining heavy out here.
My window.
What I mean, the window wine.
Let me see.
Check mine too. Should be about just in case. Wow, man. So I didn't know that. So Trinidad have to spell reggae?
That's right.
Well,
And now many people don't talk about that.
Yeah, wow, man.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah,
No, that's good. We're good.
yes,
Yeah, so they took your song. What was your biggest song in England? Would you say?
Ah, boy. There are a lot of songs that were good. 7 Letters was a big one too. Raising Fire, Housewife. There are a lot of
they were all
songs.
great. Yeah.
They were big songs.
When did Conquering Ruler come out?
Conquering Rule, I wrote that song in the 60. In the 60s, I wrote that song. I do the word production and everything for that song. And then it released in England. I didn't know who did release it. Because what happened, some guys in Jamaica, when they hear the hit songs them in Jamaica, what they do is send it to England without we knowing.
So you don't get any. You didn't get any
no,
royalties.
I didn't get no royalties from it them time. That's what they used to do. Just send off your record to either Charlotte or the same Trojan or whatsoever, and they would put out the songs, and you don't know.
Did anything ever happen where that was rectified, where they fixed that part of the industry?
It's just now them trying to do something
Right.
towards it, but that person gone to me, so I don't know.
So what did? Okay, so moving back forward into the late '60s again. What was your thoughts the first time you met Skinheads? How did what did that make you think? What did you think of them?
When I go on stage and I met Skinheads and I couldn't see them, I didn't know what they look like,
Right.
or so on. But when I come off stage, they would come to me and they take my hands and rub in them head.
Okay.
And they make me feel the braces,
Yeah.
all those things. And then because they know I couldn't see. So that one time that Skinheads them, they have them off as bad people, rude boys.
But they never rude.
But to me, the Skinheads that I know never rude. They
Oh, they
just
loved
love
you.
music.
You were their monarch.
That's right.
Yeah.
They never. I even get a write-up in France about the Skinhead. How come the Skinhead are so rude and they love you? I say I would have to ask them that. I don't know.
And when was that? Was in the late '60s that you first met them, or in the '70s? What do you say?
In the 70s.
In the '70s.
69, 70.
69, 70. That's when you.
That's the
And you were playing shows, and they would come to your shows.
Yes,
then.
they pull up the shows and so on.
That's incredible.
Up till now.
That's I love hearing that.
Even
That's
now.
amazing. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing you. It must have been about 10 years ago now in Cambridge, Massachusetts, back when I had my head shaved. So what would you? Who would you say, besides yourself? Because you worked with Desmond Decker, Jimmy Cliff. You knew Bob Marley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And lots of others that you've named. Besides yourself, who would you say was the baddest man in ska, rocksteady, reggae in the Jamaican scene in the '60s?
You're talking to the king.
This is the king. You're like, this is me. It's me. Okay.
Because I am the only one in Jamaica that have from 1 to 7 in the top 10s.
That's right. You. That's right. All the way.
All the way. From 1 to number 7. Derrick Morgan, right through.
Wow.
No other artists do that yet.
And how do you think that the music industry has shifted in Jamaica since the '60s? Do you think much has changed?
It shifts a lot because
do you think
now
it's
they
harder
having
people
something called dancehall.
Right.
Dancehall music now, and when I say shift from Rocksteady to reggae, now it's dancehall. So it shift up a lot.
And do you think it's harder to break through now?
Well, it all depends. It's harder for me if I should sing a dancehall tune right now because they don't want to hear nothing but my old time song.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have any plans to write new material?
No, I have no plans right now. Okay.
Well, if I ever wrote something and sent it to you, get you to sing it. If you like it.
If you put on your own melody.
Let's see.
That want me back.
And actually,
I do a lot of those songs for people.
You do?
They write it and I sing it for them.
Is there a recording studio here in Miami that?
The only recording studio I know is man gone back to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Just a plate.
I would definitely like to talk to you more about that. But what was your favorite song that you recorded?
Yeah, so much favorite.
Oh boy.
The one of them is very good.
Yeah, My favorite song, I like song like In My Heart, I Feel Like a King.
Hey, you fat man, don't
I
call
like
me
Fat
daddy.
Man, I
Blazing
like all
fire.
them.
You like all of them.
Shake a leg.
Majority.
A whole heap of nice ones here.
Yeah.
And him have lovers music too.
I do a lot of
Yeah,
love
soft,
music,
soft.
soul music and
Yeah.
so on.
And what's your number one tip for songwriting?
The number one tip,
Yeah, your number one tip that you would give an artist for writing.
oh
And
God,
writing one song.
I mean, do most writing of my songs.
And him give people to sing.
Yeah,
Like all those festival songs. They write a whole heap of nice one and they come first in Jamaica.
yeah.
You can give it to people to sing.
So you say you write stuff to give to other people,
Yes, to sing.
Yeah.
In festival.
to be selfless with your music.
Only the festival songs.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm a collector of vintage stuff. I'm really big into old memorabilia, vintage clothing, records, and I'm wondering, do you have any cherished memorabilia that you still have from back in the 50s or 60s?
I have my wife from about in the in the 60s.
Yeah.
She's the one I cherish right now. Because
the wife is the
yes, because she don't keep nothing wrong. Like whole things that so I just throw them away.
That's a good answer. I gotta remember that one.
Because she and I together from she's now 19 and we are over 60 years now
Wow.
together. Yeah.
Wow. 19. Wow, that's so then what since you were able to maintain that relationship, what would be your number one tip out there for people with love and dating?
Things and tongue must meet, you know?
Things and tongue?
Yes. Things and tongue must meet.
Okay.
That means that you can quarrel, but you must know how to get over that.
Right.
But that don't mean that you have to fight and, you know, do things that make it better. Me and you fight today and tonight we make love.
I love that. That's
never
great.
Stop.
And so for anyone out there who's trying to break into the music industry and be a reggae artist nowadays, be a ska artist nowadays, what would you say to them?
What they must try and do is write their own music. You don't keep on singing over people's song because it will be their pension in the late time. If I wasn't writing my own songs, remember, I would have to give up the rights to whosoever write it. You understand? In publishing and so on. So the best you do is write your own thing as a singer and sing your song and pray God that it hits and so on.
And one of my last questions here before I ask to play a song with you is, who was dressing you, your wardrobe throughout those years of the 60s?
My wife.
She was doing that.
My wife dressed me.
Okay, she did a very good job because it was very, very influential to a lot of skinheads I knew we wanted, I mean, the hat. Yeah. I wanted the exact hat. I wanted it all, man.
Exact glasses,
I wanted everything
glasses,
down to a T. I was fashioning myself after this guy. I was like, I'm gonna look like him at the party tonight, but not as handsome.
I'm far from being handsome.
Oh well, I mean, we're in the same boat, I guess. Yeah. But all right, I got my guitar here. Would you do a verse of Conquering Ruler?
Right on.
Yeah, cool.
That's your favorite, Nick?
I think so,
yeah,
because
I think so, because from the come you've been talking about.
Well, because you know, all the skinheads that I hung out with, they were brutes, you know. That was all about being superior, being the top boy, and all of that, you know. So that was their song. You know, we'd sing it we just sing it in unison at parties and at dance halls or whatever, you know. So it was like.
Coming from the north, from face to the south, I'm quite sure I can knock them out of the conqueror. Anywhere I go,
The conqueror,
and the ruler, so I'm the conqueror. I want you all to know I'm the conqueror. Yeah, man. Put down the throne when I'm wearing the crown. Right here in this hall is where we'll all meet. I'm the conqueror. Anywhere I go,
the conqueror,
I want you all to know
the conqueror,
and I rule also.
the conqueror.
Boy. If you come from the east or from the west, I am known as the best of the conqueror. Anywhere there we go,
The conqueror,
and if you go in England,
the conqueror,
and if I play in New York,
the conqueror.
right down in Japan, yeah.
Thanks, brother.
Derrick, my shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
You play good to Derrick.
Guitarist, man.
Yeah, you play good.
Wow. This is a dream come true. This is beyond my wildest dreams. I couldn't believe I just played that with you, man. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. This is such a pleasure. Yeah, this has been a pretty long interview, so I'm gonna release you. I'll release you, my friend.
Thank you.
But thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Wow. Okay. I'm kind of in a weird daze right now because that just happened.
Oh my
Wow. Okay. Well,
I will look forward to see it on your YouTube. What's it?
YouTube. Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
My YouTube channel is Vegan Equilibrium.
Give it to Mary.
Yeah, I'll write it down. I'll write it down. Can I would you mind if I played you a verse from a song I wrote?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is a song I wrote recently. Actually, it's kind of it's like a love song.
Love song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you need someone to talk to, if you got something on your mind, you can call on me, 'cause baby, I'm your line. I know we had some troubles and hard times before, and when things got too ugly, I was walking out the door. But if you truly need someone for in whom you can confide, you can call on me, 'cause I'm still on your side. And if you call on me now, I would surely swallow my pride. If you need somebody, baby, I'm your line. If you need somebody, baby, I'm your line. I know this world makes us struggle, and I've lost myself at times. When I forget that you struggle like me, and I've been arrogant this night. And I know we had some troubles and hard times before, and when things got too ugly, we were walking out the door. But if you truly need someone for in whom you can confide, you can call on me, 'cause I'm still on your side. And if you call on me now, I would surely swallow my pride. If you need somebody, baby, I'm your line. If you need somebody, baby, I'm your line. If you need somebody, I'm your line. If you need somebody, I'm your line. Oh, thanks, man.
You have a
I'm
good
really
tone of voice. You got a good tone of voice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Glad I was able to play that for you.
Yes.
Very nice.
Good.
All right. Well, we'll close out this this live now. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Derrick Morgan. It was
Yes.
such a pleasure, man. You are
My pleasure being
you are
with
the
you.
boss man,
Thank you.
the conquering ruler, tougher than tough right here.
Yeah,
Still going.
yeah.
84 years old.
Yeah,
Next
83.
month.
March I'll be
Next
84.
month.
Yeah.
March. Okay.
Next
So happy early birthday to you.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right.